welcome to I'm Not a Fan Unless I Have a Podcast. I'm John Hanford, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for following this podcast, subscribing, listening, doing however you do it. Even if you just listen to one episode, you're just like, hey, this isn't for me. I appreciate you giving me that chance. That's what it's all about. And obviously, I love doing this podcast because we're already 25 episodes in, and I don't have any plans on slowing down, especially with the, concerts, the marathon shows rescheduled for over, I guess 15 months from now. I'm going to be putting a lot of, time and energy into this. It's fun. It's what I love to do. And one of my favorite parts of doing this podcast is just all the little things that come up along the way, just little ideas that I have or other people have. They're just like, hey, we should, tweak this or do something else. And I love changing it up as often as I can. Change is always good. We all exist in a constant state of change. So, to try to preserve any one way of doing anything, I think is antithetical to prosperous life. So, I think change is always good. And the new thing on this episode is I've got 3 guests. So it was a little tough to navigate, just because I'm on the free version of Zoom, and that has like a 35 or 40 minute limit for group conversations, for group calls. So that was a little thing we had to navigate around, but it was really fun because it forced us to stay relatively on topic. We went through a bunch of different tangents and everything, but this was just such a fun conversation, constant shit talking. I loved it all. And I might as well just introduce the guests for this episode. We've got Amanda, Andres, aka Cherry, and Jayden, who are all friends. They met online through Discord, through one of the Discord servers. And these people, like, I imagine they've talked, like face to face or at least over the internet, on video chat or something before, because they seemed all like they know each other really well. And if we weren't able to, like, that's not such an interesting part that I would ask them about that on the podcast. I asked them to delve into that even further. Not a good use of our time. So that's what I'm doing here in the intro. Because also, this is not a group call. I'm recording this with absolutely no time limit whatsoever. So brace yourselves. This is going to be about a 45-minute intro followed by a 31.5-minute episode. So yeah, fuck you, viewers. No, I'm just fucking around here. So you see, like, I'm wasting time right now. I wasn't doing that during the episode. So you guys are going to love this. But yeah, they've got at least 2 of them are planning on going to the marathon shows, at least at Berkeley. I mean, these people are such cool, like, just lucid speakers, like I think I am as well. And they're all really talented artists. Like, we've got Amanda, who does, you might have seen this on the Facebook fan page or on Instagram, but she does these dot color drawings, just like by doing, she illustrated the 4th color a couple weeks ago, and she was talking about working on that piece during this episode. So that was really cool. But yeah, if you want to check that out on the King Gizzard fan page on Facebook. It's fucking sick. And let's see. Andres, aka Cherry, plays in a band called Scout. They're very much a garage band still, but a band nonetheless. They're still creating shit, and that's, I love to see that. And then Jayden also is he's going to college for music, and we've got more fucking talented people coming on this podcast. So I love it. This is such a fun episode. Great conversation. I think you're really going to enjoy it, especially if you don't have a ton of time This is a really fun, easy listen once you get past this intro. So, without further ado, here are Amanda, Andres, aka Cherry, and Jayden. All right, here, we're recording now. So this is thank you so much for coming on. I've never had 3 guests at one time. This is pretty wild.
Speaking of all the other things that like are unexpected, because just the simple origin of how we became friends is in its own right is pretty weird. But
so actually let's for the sake of everybody watching on YouTube, let's go around and introduce ourselves. So we've got on the screen right now, we've got Andres, right? So we got Andres, and then I guess Jayden, say something.
Oh.
There we are. Yeah, we got Jayden and Amanda.
Yeah.
Speak up more. There we are. Got it.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So these are the 3 people we have on the podcast. This is going to be fun. Thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
Chaotic.
Yeah. And we're like in the middle of a windstorm, so I don't know if my internet's going to hold up, but hopefully it does. So let's see. Where are you all based?
Somebody else go, not me.
I'll start. I'm in Illinois. I'm in like the Chicagoland area, pretty rad.
Sweet.
I'm in like Southern California area, like more Orange County.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I'm in SoCal as well. I'm in Joshua Tree. So
nice.
Probably like 2 hours away from you or something. So.
Oh yeah, I used to live by there. That's so funny.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can get to that in a bit. And then Jayden, where are you from?
Bay Area, California, NorCal.
Fuck yeah, Bay Area's sick. I spent some time up there with I used to have family that lived in the area. So yeah, it's a cool spot. They got some great concert venues out in the Bay Area. I was really looking forward to going to the Greek Theater in Berkeley.
Of course.
Yep.
Pretty much all the Bay Area, any Bay Area venue is pretty much my backyard. I'm within touching distance to almost anywhere you can think of. So, yeah, I'm ready for them to come hang out in my area.
Sick. So we're recording this right now about 4 hours after King Gizzard just dropped Ratty on Vimeo. I have not yet seen it. In fact, I even thought about calling an audible at about 7:24 Pacific time, 6 minutes before we were set to record, to be like, all right, can everybody just can we all just rent Ratty and re-adjourn and or what is it? Reconvene. Yes, the other one. We can reconvene in the half hour, but I was like, that's going to be too complicated. But I understand that Amanda, you've seen it.
I have seen it. I just watched it.
Oh, so what can you tell us without giving away any spoilers?
Without giving away any spoilers, I feel like there's not too many spoilers. It's pretty much kind of like Killing the Banana Video, How to Get a Fishy, like more of like those making of albums videos, but just Rat's Nest version. It's not like chunky where it was like more like tour video clips like that. More just like Stu, Joey, and Cav just in the recording studio, just like making it, which was really cool to see them. Like there was like a short clip of them figuring out the beginning drum fill to Venusian 2, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So there was a lot of like them like putting together the songs, which I thought was really cool versus like some of the other videos of them like making the albums like in progress. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm really fucking excited to see it. So would you say it's like a little predictable, or it's just similar to the other like album making videos that they've put out?
I mean, I don't want to say predictable. It was like very similar to some of the other like album making videos, but I think like the big difference was they showed a lot of clips of them figuring out how to put together certain songs versus some of the other albums where you just see him like in the studio like recording the already like finished songs, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was like the other videos in the sense that it was just like a good behind the scenes, but like there is definitely a lot of like new interesting elements to it that I feel like haven't been introduced in like some of the other videos, which is really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad they're keeping things fresh. I mean, not like they ever fail to do that, but yeah, it's good to see that, they're maintaining the standards. So yeah, you guys said that you had a big story about how y'all are friends, because we're going interstate here.
Oh,
true.
Definitely. I think it's not every day that you find a cohesive friend group that relates through King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard that happens to span across pretty much an entire country, from California all the way to Illinois. Do you guys want me to tell it, or?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Well, so basically, from my perspective, this goes back only about as far as February into March.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first time that I had ever seen a King Gizzard Discord server. I was surfing the Reddit, and next thing you know, I find that there's a server opening, and their whole thing is they're going to watch Chunky Shrapnel together. So
sick.
So I was like, oh yeah, no one that I really hang out with likes King Gizzard the way I do. It's always been me converting my friends to it. It's never been like, oh yeah, we could all get together and listen to that King Gizzard thing. We would all go to the show together. It's never been like that for us. It was always me being like crazy on the inside, and all my friends are like, why are you tweaking? And I'm like, oh no, you don't understand. You don't understand what has happened to the world. King Gizzard just dropped a metal record. That's what you don't understand.
Same.
So I knowing that Chunky Shrapnel is going to come out, and it's only going to be for a limited time, and I'd rather watch it with other people who can appreciate it on the level that I do. I joined that server. In that server happened to be these two. However, I ended up meeting up with their larger home Discord through them, which they ended up inviting me to. And
nice.
Now we have this entire little pocket of psych music community where we all just appreciate King Gizzard and all sorts of other psych rock and just music and art in general. It's a really cool place.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
so cool.
Yeah. So it's just creation just got us all here, and we're really thankful for that, all of us.
Yeah, I mean, because like there is like that fantasy we all have about having like basically having that be an activity that we actually do with our existing friends.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like I've made new friendships through, I mean, definitely through this podcast, but like just being a fan in general. Like, I mean, like I have my friend Monty, lives in New Jersey, and like we met at a New York show, and like we. When I was still living in New York, like we would just go to a bunch of different shows, after we saw King Gizzard. Like we went to see Kikaku Moyo, Ariel Pink, like fucking Krungbin. Yeah. It was sick. Like
I think we all know Monty.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we do. Yeah, she's super active in the Discords.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, she's like one of my favorite fucking people. She's fucking down for anything.
She's a good time guy.
You told us about your podcast. Actually, that's how we knew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, "Yo, my homie John is doing this Gizz fan podcast," and we were like, "What?"
I was like, "What? That's like really cool." Like, I don't think anything like that has ever happened yet.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, there's only the Gizzverse podcast. That's also Southern California based. It's actually by some other stand-up comedians who are based in LA. But they're focused on. I honestly don't know exactly. I still haven't listened to it yet.
Okay.
And like
it's
we're not.
Right.
I swear we're not competing. Because like it's a very different niche. Like I'm interested in like the fan experience. And and I think they're more like. I guess everything other than that, or who knows?
They're there for the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The juicy lore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if I might have actually met one of the guys at the Comedy Store a few months ago, since I was wearing my King Gizzard shirt, and somebody was like, "Whoa, nice shirt!" And like,
Hey.
most comedians don't really have good taste in music anyway, so it is
You better read
deductive reasoning.
You
Must be the
your-
Gizz first pod.
your people will find you. You know,
Right.
your people will inevitably find you. I mean, I know at one point somebody's gonna recognize my lightning bolt shirt and be like,
Wait, so what's Lightning Bolt aside from, because like I know that's the album, that's a Pearl Jam album that I thought was terrible, but this looks totally different.
John doesn't know lightning bolt, Amanda. John doesn't know lightning bolt. Amanda, you want to explain lightning bolt?
It's this very, I think the best way to describe them is just straight noise, but like in an artsy way. No
Yeah.
other way to explain it.
Yeah.
We ended up in the Discord. We kind of all go through phases of just like these random bands that one of us brings up, and then just like every single person in that Discord gets obsessed with that band too, and then it becomes like not only a King Gizzard Discord, but also like an OCs or like Lightning Bolt Discord, but that's all we're talking about. But yeah, it's like this art. I think it started as like an art project back in the 90s. It's just two guys. I think it's Brian Chippendale and Brian
Gibson.
Gibson? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just
Couple Bryans.
basis. Yeah.
Yeah, colloquially known as the Bryans.
Brian.
They're a noise rock duo from New York that have been pumping some of the most gnarly stuff out. Then I got into them through the Discord, and now I made some T-shirts because I'm that much of a fan. I'm that fan.
Yeah, I've been considering like making some tie-dyes myself. Like I've never gotten into it. Like I made a tie-dye shirt once when I was like 4 and at some preschooler's birthday party, and like my shirt came out so fucking badly. Like it was a traumatizing experience. Like everybody else is able to get that perfect, like tightly tied swirl, and then like I guess mine wasn't anywhere close to tight enough, so it's just like shitty colors, like a loose stool. It was just
Look.
it was just it was just the worst.
Should have seen me holding my breath when I bleach dyed my black T-shirts, because that kind of the thing about doing a bleach dye rather than a tie dye is like you don't know until you know how bright that's gonna be or how not bright the orange is gonna be. So
oh yeah.
I'm like sitting there watching this black T-shirt slowly turn orange, and I'm like, when do I stop it? When sitting there just patiently waiting, and then finally, these were enormously like I did not have enough dye for as many shirts as I had. So I'm sitting here like trying to conserve as much dye as possible while knowing that it's seeping through. And wow, no, you're there. I don't know how, like, you need so much dye.
Yeah, it looks like a process.
Definitely.
Yeah, but so I noticed that both Jayden and Andres, you guys have like sophisticated microphones. Like, do you guys do any sort of like recording, or like what do you guys do creatively? And Amanda, I guess as well. What kind of stuff do you guys do?
Who wants to go first?
I think that's you.
You two, since you guys got the microphone.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Well, I mean, for me myself, I am a musician. I'm studying music at my university in Monterey, and I'm studying to be an audio engineer. But this is just a studio condenser that I've had for a while that I'm slowly discovering is being very useful for home recording. So yeah, I make a lot. I do dabble in creating my own stuff.
Nice. What about you, Andres?
I'm starting to become a musician too. I like ever since I was a kid, I've always loved music, but I never really like nurtured that part of myself. And I thought like now is the best time. So I was like, I'm just gonna like dive deep into it. So like I just literally like in 1 week, I got like a microphone, I got a guitar. I'm trying to record some stuff. I'm in a band
Sick.
with some friends. We just jam in the garage sometimes and make cool stuff.
Nice. Do you guys have you guys advanced past GarageBand, or are you do you guys have any gigs? Like, do you guys have a band name?
Oh yeah, we have a band name. We are very much a garage band. We don't really have any content out right now. We kind of just started, but
Nice.
we're called Scout.
Stout.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, Scout. Like,
Oh, Scout. Cool.
yeah, and I don't know. We're just trying to figure out our sound right now. A lot of us, all of us mostly like we all like psych music, so we're like,
Mhm.
let's focus on that. But a lot of us like folk music or like Latin jazz or like garage stuff. So we're just trying to like see how we can level all that out together.
John, write that down. Please write down that. Write down that he really likes jazz, because that's very important.
Oh yeah.
Baby, I love jazz.
I mean, it looks like an understatement that you like jazz, but
He loves jazz. For myself, actually, I just today I put up a song on YouTube. It's just this cover of like a really old Fiddler song that I found scrolling through YouTube, just looking for deep cuts, as anyone does when they really like an artist and you've listened to all of their discography. But
yeah.
So I have like one, but it's just this acoustic piece that I covered on my iPhone, drenched in a lot of reverb and threw it up. I'm a garage project as well. All my roommates were my co-members of the band, and now we're all home, so we are spread out across California as well, unable to do anything. So yeah, I guess you could call us a garage project as well, but I mean, we'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, shit. That's what I am with like I put on an EP on YouTube and SoundCloud like a couple months ago. Just 3 songs I recorded on GarageBand, and I mean, this podcast, like I'm recording it using a 2011 MacBook Pro. Like this, this janky as fuck.
That's how it's done.
DIY.
Yeah, exactly. We have not gotten to Amanda yet.
I don't really record anything. I am starting to play guitar. I played drums for a couple of years back in the day, but I kind of forgot everything. So I'm taking up guitar right now. But it's definitely just like beginner stuff. Like more of what I do, I'm more of a drawer, I guess. I do a lot of like stippling stuff, like where it's just like hand dotted stuff. So I do a lot of like gizzard related pieces.
That's super cool.
Yeah, I did the album work for Quarters completely hand dotted, and then
Whoa. Do you have it on hand to show us?
I have the frame. Yeah, I also have. Well, I'm working on one right now for the 4th color, so that one's coming out pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I still have your Quarters piece right in front of me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, word. Yeah. Let's show it up and say something so the camera's on you.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know if you can see it too well.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything's
It's
like
amazing.
dotted.
I don't know. Does it pick up like the dots?
It doesn't really pick up the dots, but we're going to trust that that's got a lot of dots.
A fuck ton of dots.
Fuck ton of dots. I think that's what this episode's going to be called.
Yeah.
A lot of dots.
Oh, okay. So, John, I just want to let you know we were placing some bets as to who was going to get the quote for the episode. Not gonna let you in on any more hints for the possible punchlines, but we have been thinking about it. So don't let yourself don't call it too early. You'll never know.
All right, I just really like the way that rolled off the tongue though, because before that I was working with Why Are You Tweaking? That was something you had said about 10 minutes ago. And like I think there's a real dire shortage of meth jokes. They should be more prevalent, I feel, but maybe that's just me living in the desert. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, can never go wrong with some good hick shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, baby.
All right.
Oh, that was a blast. So that's cool. Like I honestly don't know what the listenership consists of typically. So like I know a few people, like most of my guests have listened to at least one episode. But like, would you say you guys are regular listeners? And I'm not going to take it personally if not, but I'm legitimately curious.
Yeah, I've listened to like a few episodes. Like I try to get like a good feeling of the show in the podcast because I remember Jayden told us that we were going to be on. I was like, oh, okay, let me know what's it about before I start, yelling and screaming, hooting and hollering.
Let's make sure what we say isn't too raunchy, because
oh no.
I mean, there are a lot of episodes that have yet to be released where I say, I mean, shit, like I already alluded to like one of the most painful videos I've ever seen on the internet in a previous episode. I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but yeah, like basically it's this video of like some guy just like, or some girl just jamming a vibrator into a penis. This podcast can get raunchy. I leave the space for that. So don't hold back anything.
Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. All right. Well, that's a very good thing to know, because that leads us to a very great segue, because
yes.
our friend Cherry has something very, very important to say. Oh, Cherry being Andres, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
But he's the only one of this friend group that still goes by his alias on Discord. But that's a whole nother discussion.
Cool. Andres, aka Cherry. Got it.
So what are we going, hot takes or just the Tumblr, the convention Tumblr?
Oh, I wasn't even going there. I was going towards the whole your take on Bullant.
Yeah, same.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Hot take on Bullant. I'm here for it. Let's.
Okay. It's not even. Oh, yeah. Well,
all right, everybody, shut up and listen to Cherry. Let's go.
I, as a gay person, very much am in tune and love Bullant. And everyone's kind of like, oh, it's just noise. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't hear guitars or nothing. What is that? But it's really good dance pop. And I was like, Joey made this for the gays. Like he really went up, and he was like, I'm gonna feed the gays for this one. I don't like, and as proof, like, you ever heard of Paris Phil 1967? That's all the proof you need. Just listen to that song. It's the best. I can imagine it. Sweaty nightclub. Everyone's on Molly or something. Everyone's dancing, sweaty. It's great. You can hear it.
This has to be the most quotable episode that I've had to date. I've already. I mean, I don't even know if I'm committed to fuck ton of dots anymore. I don't know. It's because like Joey made this for the gays is like.
It's pretty good.
Made this for the gays.
God damn.
And y'all can't say I'm wrong.
No, you're 100% right. Like I mean, look, I'm a straight guy, but like I have a lot of empathy, you know. So like I have a feeling, like it would make sense to me if that was like, I mean, like everything you said just made a lot of sense. I was like, all right, you know, I can't as a straight person say like how gay people perceive it, but this is how I imagine they would perceive it. And
fully. I remember the night it came out, I was just like in my room. Oh shit! I was just in my room dancing. I was like, this is immaculate. I love this.
Yeah, I just laid in bed stoned, listening to it as I fell asleep. So, you know, I'm not much of a dancer. So I don't know if I can really get into Bullant, but I'll give it another shot.
It's for the gays. That's why, John.
It's for the gays.
I mean, here I am like 3 hours ago on a fucking street corner protesting for equal rights, and now I'm just like, all right, we'll just leave that for the gays. Like,
oh my god, amazing. Yeah, that's all I really came on here to say.
Yep. Yeah. Just trying to get me canceled and shit.
It's fine. It's on me. You didn't say nothing. I got it.
No, even if I did say something, I'm fucking fighting. You know, this is all coming from a place of love. So we've got about 7.5 minutes left because I'm a cheapskate. And so we're not necessarily going to wrap up, but I'm going to pose one final question for us to sort of like go off on some tangents. Has there been anything else Gizz related that has been on your guys' mind that we have not yet discussed? We'll start with Amanda.
Hot takes, everyone.
Hot takes?
Yeah, hot takes. Let's do it.
Okay, so I discussed this a lot with them. I truly believe the two best songs that they have ever released is Alter Beast Part 4 and Trapdoor.
And that's inherently wrong.
It's fascinating as fuck. I want to hear the reasoning.
There is no reason. Have you listened to those two songs?
Yeah, I mean they're groovy as fuck. I mean they're great.
Okay, so
But I mean Head on Pill. Where does Trapdoor exactly have the edge?
For one,
Over Head on Pill?
Yeah.
he has.
I mean,
It's
one
fine.
of those songs is 16 minutes long, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because it's like the best song. Like God basically wrote it.
Yo.
It
I
came to
mean-
Stu. It was a message. That shit came to him on a mountain, man.
But it was
Okay,
a very
okay.
long message. A very long one.
I'm still gonna go with I'm gonna have to agree with Amanda on this one. I think Altered Beast Part 4 and Trapdoor are definitely over. They're definitely over Head on Pill. I'm sorry, John.
Very
Oh,
sorry.
you know, I mean,
Sorry, John.
everything is subjective. I'm not going to kowtow to any shit, but
Oh,
but,
no,
but I respect everybody's opinion, and honestly, that is a good hot take.
The rest of our discussion is based upon just being bullies towards each other's opinions.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
I mean, by all means, I'm inviting you to hold your ground on your hill. Like, don't even be like, hey, no, everyone's opinion's fine. Just tell us, like, no, you're wrong.
Well, I
'Cause
mean, I've talked about Head on Pill a ton on this podcast, and we've only got 5.5 minutes left, and I'm going to be here forever. You guys, your time's about to expire, so that's why I'm not going to argue.
Fair enough. Keep. All right.
Yeah. So who else has
Jerry?
got a hot take?
Cherry, please.
Please talk about Crumbling.
Oh,
Please.
okay. So I'm not really a fan of like honestly, Polly's not my favorite album. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't and what turns me off, like literally like beginning of it, Crumbling Castle, I don't really like that song a lot. And I remember I was just like joking with these guys and I was like, I like Aluda Majaka better than a Crumbling Castle.
Fuck you! That defies all logic. I mean, it's.
I get tired. Okay, and I don't want to hear nothing like, oh,
Wait. Hold on.
You want to talk
Wait,
about
wait.
how you never listened to like the middle 3 minutes of Crumbling
Oh
Castle
yeah.
to begin?
Before I brought that up, I was like, I never even listened to it in full.
How? The whole point of Crumbling Castle is like right at the end with the fucking drum rolls. Like,
I listened.
Insane.
I listened to the last part.
Like, have you never seen them live? Like, did they not play it? Did they?
No, they
did
didn't.
you like go like this while they were playing
No.
Crumbling Castle and
never seen
or
it
like run
live.
away, bathroom break? I'm gonna take a dump because it's Crumbling Castle and the fourth
No.
color's overrated too.
When
Is
it-
that what's
when
going
it-
through your head?
When Crumbling Castle comes on, in Cherry's brain, Aluda Majaka starts playing.
Yeah, I just think about sketches.
Spider in Me is greater
Spider in Me
than
is-
everything, according to Cherry.
Every song. You can't
It's
fight
just,
me.
it's just like there's no place at home. There's no place like home. No place like
For
home.
real.
Yeah, pretty exactly.
Like,
See,
something
and then the hill that I die on is actually the most like fair. And I know because you're the only one that's going. John, this is the one that you're going to agree with the most. And even
Alright.
then, I don't think you're going to agree with this one like that much. I think Nonagon is the best album they've ever come out with, and forever will be the best one they'll ever come out with.
Yeah, I think objectively that's true. Like,
See, I knew I was right, guys. I
Yeah.
knew I was
like,
right.
it's not my
Um,
favorite album, but like you can't top that execution of that type of ridiculous concept. You know, it's
Precisely.
like it's just too technologically like aside from it being kind of a low fidelity sound, it's like everything else technologically was perfect.
There's
like-
literally I have two gripes about it. Two.
All right, what do you
And-
got?
The first one, Amanda actually brought this up to me, and I couldn't fathom it after. Is the way that it's split on vinyl doesn't make sense because it fades out during during Mr. Beat, even though Mr. Beat goes into Evil Death Roll, and those two come to a complete stop. It's the only time in the album that a song comes to a very dead stop.
Oh yeah, no,
So-
that's
but
bullshit.
But they fade out into it. But they fade out on the vinyl.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
In between
You
the
don't
middle.
do that.
And then And then the only thing that bugs me about the record itself is that it stops during Mr. Beat and Evil Death Roll. There's that little it sounds like a switch flicked off right before Mr. Beat goes into Evil Death Roll, and the record stopped. What happened? Oh no, we're back into it. Okay, we're good.
But thank God that's like one of the albums that I don't own on vinyl.
Annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, but I guess that is kind of the beauty of Nonagon Infinity is that, you know, it's the precursor to Murder of the Universe and Hantayumi and everything.
However, I'm gonna sorry, John. We have less than 2 minutes. I'm keeping an eye on the clock so I get all my thoughts out.
Oh yeah.
This is the only hill that I'm willing to die on, in terms of like controversial Gizz thought.
Yeah.
The first chapter of Murder of the Universe, the Altered Beast chapter, needed less spoken word and less songs in general.
Which I completely disagree with, because in
Get wrecked.
opinion, I feel
Fuck you.
Yeah,
there should
yeah.
be more spoken word.
That is the worst opinion I've heard expressed in this podcast.
Thank you.
And I stand by it.
I mean, shit, I was really hoping to wrap this thing up on a really positive note, but we have less than a minute. So tough shit for us. This was so much fun, guys. Thank you so much for coming on, Amanda, Andres, and AKA Cherry, and Jayden. You guys are fucking cool. I would love to do this again sometime. Hopefully, you know, in person with at least two of you, since we're in the same state. You can fly in.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, guys, take it easy, stay safe, and love to all.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one.
Take it easy.
Good night.